get a sense of where all this red comes in. Right in here should be resistance. What's most important to guys when you trade isn't where you're going to get in, it's where you're going to get out after you get in when you're wrong. I'll say it again, it's where you're going to get out after you get in when you're wrong. Not if you're wrong, you're going to be wrong. You got to take losers in order to find the winners. But you got to manage those losers. You don't read that in the book. You read don't ever risk 2% of your trading account in every given day or trade. Those are great numbers and everything. You have to look at the trade and say, hey, I can't keep this short above here. I can't keep this long below here. We talked about it in a meeting that we have with this special group that we have, and that is, listen, if you're long, well, let's just say short now, because now it's probably higher probability we're going to stop up here and rotate down a little bit. Let's just say you're short. In order for a short trade to be profitable, okay, you need longs that are in the market to get nervous or stay nervous. To get nervous or stay nervous. If you're short, you need the longs to get or stay nervous, because that's where the selling would come from to move a market lower and in your direction, right? What makes a profitable short trade profitable? Sellers. It's people willing to come in after you and sell at lower prices. People willing to come in after you and sell at lower prices are usually stuck longs from above or right where we're at that are nervous and have to puke. As long as they have to puke, sell it, they reach, they push it, and it creates lower prices in any product. So if you got short right here, it isn't about where to get out for a winner. I was telling guys, I've got 4 kids. The youngest could get out of winners. He stinks at getting out of losers. He cries to his mommy when he has losing trades on, so to speak. You have to decide as a short, if you're short, your exit, your risk is right above where the longs aren't so nervous. Because you don't want to still be short when other shorts are nervous, because you're going to be chasing it and your risk is going to be extended. You want to be short as long as they're still nervous, and you want to stay short and keep the health of that trade, or keep that trade healthy enough to give you a chance and give yourself time for it to go your way. So that's the best way to manage your risk, is always know where you're going to get out before you get in, and put it in an area where you think you're dead wrong. I would get nervous being short if it starts to get and stay above 87.75. I don't want to stay short if it gets above 89. Now, I know that's 5, 6, 7 ticks, but that doesn't have to be, that could be your average risk, that could be below average risk, I don't know, but it doesn't have to be, your initial risk doesn't have to be your average risk. Because there are things that are going to happen between me talking right now and 5 minutes from now that you also need to analyze to make your decisions. That's what makes trading difficult that people don't talk about, and that is how subjective it is when you're trying to make objective decisions. You're not in the environment. Like, it's really easy to do virtual training when you're not really being shot at. But get out there on the battlefield and have bullets whizzing by your head. Now we'll see what kind of training you're able to implement. We're not comparing getting killed to losing money. However, the mind sometimes doesn't know the difference. So you got to control. You got to be the boss of your mind, not the other way around. You're comfortable being short until when is always your question when you get short. And then what would make longs even more nervous? And that's where I could come in with my sayings like, this is where the shorts are going to shake the champagne or pop the champagne. So if you can get this market, and I could just drill down in here, if you can get this market where my cursor is below here on a rotation, you'll attack these swing lows, and right now the longs will start, the longs like right in here will start to puke, and the shorts will pop the champagne because we'll probably rotate through this low. And that's how you read this market. See this thin spot? Man, the short-term longs need to keep it at or above there. And right now they're all saying, whispering, uncle, 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 and those roars get louder. And we go right up to the brown line, like I said, stop and go back the other way. If this isn't a see, I told you so. It's just Periscope after Periscope. Stick around and see how these predictions become less random, I guess. You see all these guys on Twitter and they tweet stuff and they'll see I was right, and then you never hear them when they're wrong. I always talk about where we would be wrong before anything else and see these things happen. This is the uncle being shouted by the longs as it slipped through this green area. Now they have a chance. They are attacking the lows of this consolidation. Another way to help hone the skill, practice the skill, is put yourself in a position of a long or a short. How would you feel? But quickly, you quickly got to say, if I was short or if I was long, I'd be nervous right now. Well, damn well you would be. You just slip through here, you're popping the champagne, and you're going to take out these lows. There's sell stops coming. This long bar down, if it didn't get you short or bearish, it should have kept you from trying to get long and buy it. If you're bullish, you have to wait for something to change. Bears had the leash as soon as it was able to get through this swing low and then get through this brown line without any problem. We left it in there because it was still aligned in the cyan as the way back up. We come to it to the tick and rotate back down. There's some shorts that are stuck that I'm looking at my other screen here. 82 half roughly. No, we got these 83 quarters actually down in here. I'm just looking for targets for those that are short. 83 target or 83 quarters a target, and then around 82 half. But that's exactly not what just happened, but I'm explaining why it happened. Have a good, safe rest of the session, guys. Good last hour. Hope you enjoyed it. Retweet it if you like it. Don't retweet it if you don't. Have a good rest of the night, though. Good luck, and we'll see you in the morning. Nice job, Nate. And then here's the other thing. This is what is so, I know some people are leaving because they thought I was done. But this is what's really cool is that I don't, Jay, have set times I broadcast. But this is what's interesting is that a lot of people, their weakness, all right, their weakness is when do they get comfortable in their own trade? What could keep them in a trade? Not getting stopped out or stopping themselves out when they should have been comfortable. Whether it's a correlation, whether it's the things I'm talking about. Get the hell out of bad trades quicker, stay into good trades longer, and you do that, you create that better ratio by what? By stripping out randomness as much as you can. No, that's all right. You're still, as long as you guys follow me on Periscope at Market Delta Trader, you should be alerted to when we do these scopes. So, all right, guys, take care. Have a good night.